Hello there and welcome. Joe Valenzuela with Vista Mutual Insurance Services. And today I just wanted to answer some questions to help you understand me a little bit more. So I've curated some questions from my team and some from things online, and hopefully this will help you get some insight into how I think about things. First question: what inspired you to start Vista Mutual Insurance Services, and what motivates you to do the work that you do? That is a tough question. I think what really inspired me to do this was I wanted something that was my own, something that the work that I put in directly related to the monetary value I got out. I felt in a lot of my other positions in this industry, I was asked to do a lot of things that really didn't equate to making myself more money. Busy work, if you will. So I wanted to control my own schedule. That is a huge, huge thing. And I think people underestimate how really and truly fulfilling that is, being able to not miss any school functions if you don't want to, being able to go on field trips and go on vacations during the week, things like that is imperative to why I started this as well. As far as what motivates me to continue to do the work that I do, I love to help people. And this job is really about educating people and helping people in a number of different ways. I help my clients by navigating them through the Medicare world, and I help my agents by also navigating them through the Medicare world and the business aspect of what it takes to do this job. So really it's just about helping people. Question number 2. How do you stay up to date on changes in the Medicare insurance industry, and what challenges do you see on the horizon? Well, staying up to date with Medicare insurance can be difficult, depending on how many carriers you represent. And so overall changes in the Medicare space are not that difficult. Usually CMS will put out publications. Medicare.gov has a great blog that talks about changes. So being curious and being interested, there's some people that are in this industry that are not curious or interested. They just want to sell something, and that's the end of their job, they think. But I think it makes me better to be up to date on all these changes and also know about the complexities of each plan so that I can better connect benefits to what people need, right? The changes or challenges that I see coming up on the horizon are a lot of the new regulations they're putting out seem to be pushing things more to online enrollment and over-the-phone enrollment. And while that can be a viable channel, I think that in-person enrollment for the consumer is where they get the most information and understand the plan the most. You get to talk to a local agent that knows a lot about the local area, that spends their time just on the products in that specific area, so they know a lot more about them. So with all these new regulations coming in, I think it'll be harder for new agents to get into the industry, especially without a good upline, a good agency or FMO to do that with. So there will be some challenges. Question number 3. What are some common misconceptions people have about Medicare insurance, and how do you work to address those misconceptions? Well, this is really job security for us as Medicare insurance brokers. There are so many misconceptions about Medicare insurance that when we first sit down and talk to them, they are extremely confused. They've been told a lot of different things by a lot of different people, some of which is true, some of which is not, and some of which they just misunderstood. So there's so many misconceptions about general insurance, and then if you add on the layer of Medicare, it just becomes extremely complicated, which is why it's important that we exist, that we can explain this stuff to you in an easy-to-understand manner. It makes not a lot of sense not to work with an agent because we're absolutely zero cost to you. So use us. We can easily explain these misconceptions that you have and tell you what the truth is. Okay, question number 4. Can you tell us about a time when you were able to help a client in a particularly meaningful way? This, I think, is the most favorite part of my job. I'm able to help a lot of clients in a lot of particular ways. There have been many people that have come to me and our agency in general and not been able to afford what they have currently. So they're thinking about giving it up. And that is the last thing that we want to see. So we're able to look at their current situation and come up with a viable option for them to continue insurance. There's also been times where people have not been able to get a procedure approved, and we were able to step in, or I was able to step in between the network and the carrier and get those things approved for them. There have been people that needed doctors or specialties, or they have conditions that can only be seen by a particular medical group, and we're able to connect them with a plan that allows them to go there. Right? There's people that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's not an exaggeration, on medications. And we're able to help them get into pharmaceutical assistance programs or just get them coverage on an exception basis for the things that they're using. So, it's really fulfilling to be able to help so many people. And at the same time, not that it's all roses, there's sometimes that we can't help, where an enrollment period doesn't exist or a company won't approve a medication. So there are those times too. But I think more often than not, we are able to help these people get what they deserve. Okay. What do you believe, question number 5, sorry. What do you believe sets your approach to Medicare insurance or brokerage apart from others in the field? Well, the first thing is that we want to represent as many products as possible in order to give our clients the most options to choose from. There are some agents that only work with a few companies or one company or a major company, and basically that's laziness. They don't want to go out and learn the other products, and I think that really hurts the consumer. So all of our agents offer as many products as they possibly can. We provide ongoing training, so we're constantly working one-on-one with our agents in a group setting, teaching them how to do seminars about the plans. So we're really wanting to educate our agents, I think, not necessarily more than others, but we just have that constant communication so that they always kind of know what's expected of them and how they can be more efficient and what they can do to gain more money in their job. We also have a full disclosure approach when we sit down and we train somebody or we're talking to somebody about insurance. We're never going to skip over something that doesn't sound good to them or give misinformation. We train them also to say, if you don't know the answer, say that you don't know. Assumption is the worst thing that you can do in this industry. So say you don't know and then reach out to one of us or a different resource that you have in order to get the answer. So we really pride ourselves on providing accurate information in an easy to understand way. A lot of the people that work inside of my agency are friends and family. So we're a family-owned business that really branches that out to every level of our agency. So I think that's how we're different. Full disclosure, we're all nice people. We're not salespeople. We're not hard salespeople. We're here to educate you on your options and so that you can make a great choice about your Medicare insurance. All right, question number 6. Outside of your work at Vista Mutual Insurance Services, what hobbies or interests do you enjoy in your personal life? Well, there's many hobbies and interests that I have. One is videography and photography. So I produce all of these videos and all of our photos in-house, which helps us save a lot of money. I also play basketball. So I work out too. So about 3 to 5 days a week, I'm in the gym, either doing strength training or playing basketball. I like to spend time with my kids and travel. I have 3 children, 18, about to be 13 and 9 years old. So we go to a lot of different places with them. Our trip coming up, my son is about to turn 13 and we're going to go down to Universal Studios, have some fun down there with them. So I love spending time with my family, love playing sports, all types of sports. Basketball is my favorite. I also enjoy watching basketball. So I'm a huge Warriors fan, go to about 20 games a year and bring various friends and reps and business contacts out to those things as well so that they can have fun. I play airsoft with my oldest son, which is kind of like BB guns. They're replica guns, and you go out to fields or indoors and shoot each other, and it's fun. So I also produce music, and I used to rap and sing, so I still do that for fun and sometimes for other people to help them produce. So there are a lot of things that I do. I have some other businesses as well, an AI consulting agency, as well as social media things that we run too. So a lot of different things. Number 7, how do you balance the demands of running a successful insurance brokerage with maintaining a healthy work-life balance? Well, I struggle with this, and I'm getting better. The reason I struggle with it is because I had a hard time giving up or delegating things to other people because I knew that they weren't going to be done at the level that I would do them. And I've come to the realization that I cannot expect that from anybody else that's working for my business and doesn't own equity inside of it, which makes sense, right? Nobody's going to work as hard as you can. So I had to realize that, 70 to 80% of what I could do getting done, as opposed to 0% of me getting it done because I don't have the time, is better than me doing it. So I've gotten better about this. I have some virtual assistants now that cut up these videos, do some work on our website, and also help me with digital marketing as well as just creation of digital assets. So I used to not be as good about this. Although I still took vacations and still had time with my family, there were times where I kind of felt burnt out. And I think the new way of me doing things is going to help me not feel burnt out. So it's getting better. Still needs to improve. Okay, number 8. Are there any books, podcasts, or other resources that have been particularly impactful on your career and personal development? I'm not a huge book reader. I like to read excerpts and get little blips. I also am a visual learner, so I like to see things done. So I watch a lot of different YouTube channels, listen to a lot of different podcasts, and I don't think that you should listen to just one. I think that just like my interests and hobbies, how I like to do a lot of different things because they can inform other things and show you how to do something that you never thought of, it's the same way with all the things that I take in. I like to take in a wide variety of opinions and tips and then formulate my own opinion about them. So I would say if you're looking for something like this, just listen to everything you possibly can because you'll never know what little tiny thing will inform a bigger thing in the future. All right, number 9. If you could travel to any destination in the world, where would it be and why? Any destination in the world. Well, I'll probably have to say Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a country that I love. I've been there 4 times in the last 3 years. I went for some dental work initially because one of my reps went out there and got some great dental work done. And it's about a fourth of the cost of it is in the United States. So you're able to go out there, have a vacation, and get your dental work done. So I love the country, love the people, and decided to bring my family out on the next trip that I went. They had a great time. The culture there is amazing. They have this saying called pura vida, and simply translated, it means pure life or simple life. And that's literally the way they live. It's not just a saying. So the people that have nothing, that only have dirt to play with, seem happy. And I really like that about their culture. They're very inviting and nice. They all speak English, or in the most part, for the tourist areas that we go to. So if I could go anywhere, again, probably would be Costa Rica. All right, question number 10. Who has been the most influential person and how have they shaped your personal and professional journey? Well, again, just like, my hobbies and the books and podcasts I listen to, I think that you have to take a little bit of advice from everybody in your life, regardless of their station, their job, their work ethic, whatever. There could, again, be something that they say that inspires you to do something that you didn't think of. If I had to pick one person, probably my father. He was a mechanic. He's alive. He is a mechanic. He was a mechanic when he first started his journey in the forklift industry, and he moved up from mechanic to customer service rep to sales manager, and now runs or is third in command for one of the most biggest material handling companies in the world. So I think that he showed me what hard work looks like, first of all, because you have to see it. And then also the success that can come from that hard work, that you don't have to be the smartest dude, that you don't have to, sacrifice yourself or your ethics to get ahead in life, that hard work can do everything for you. And I learned from him and my mom how to learn to be content but not satisfied. So content and happy with what you have and why you have it, but never really satisfied. You know, that there's always a little bit more that you can go after. There's always a little bit more that you can do. There's always more hard work that you can put in, or another skill that you can gain, or another relationship that you can create that can push you even further than you've ever thought you could go. So I appreciate what I have, but I'm never really satisfied. I always want more. It's a weird place to be, but I like it. It makes me happy. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight into who I am, how I operate. And this is just a couple questions to learn more about Joe Valenzuela from Vista Mutual Insurance Services. I'd like to thank you for joining me for all of these videos. And again, please like, subscribe, comment. We'd like to continue to bring you these videos about the Medicare insurance industry. And the only way that we can do that is if you are watching them. So if you'd like a topic that we haven't gone over yet, please put that down in the comments and we will make a video specifically for you. For Vista Mutual Insurance Services, this is Joe Valenzuela. I'll see you next time.